Hey Cancer, I hope y'all are doing well. This is going to be a general reading for the next 7 days. So we're about to get right on into it here. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. We are going to start with a smoke reading in honor of Libra season. We're trying to read with the air. I know we're kind of working with the fire element as well, but we're reading how it's blending with the air in honor of Libra season. So we're going to get into that. Again, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. That's what I'm reading for, but only cardinals will be posted today. I plan for mutables to go up tomorrow and then fixed the next day, but there will be a collective that goes with each round, so you're more than welcome to check out that general. Okay, I do have personals open as well for anybody who might be interested. Let's move this towards the window so the smoke can make its escape here. Let's see what comes through for you, Cancerian. We'll also get into it with the tarot, of course, but we're starting off with the smoke and seeing what messages come through here. Okay, this is for Cancerian. All right. Somebody doesn't want something to go away. They feel like a flame is burning out. I feel like there's a person here who maybe it's a Gemini for some, or a Scorpio. There's a person who might feel like you're getting away, or something's not right here, something's off balance. Now, I will say too, the smoke formed this wide base, lower, and then the stream traveled upward. Like it's almost like something was building a strong foundation here, and it just feels very grounded. Some of you, maybe this has to do with the house, or just, again, like a stronger foundation in general with something that you are trying to build. And that point that it made could be, leaning towards like a mountaintop type of energy. This could be challenges, achievements, things like that. So maybe you are at the end of a challenge. Maybe you are at the end of a really difficult chapter here. Some of you, I'm getting the energy of like, potentially you've been at a rut. That trunk, it was almost like a trunk that formed down there. I'm getting kind of stuck on that because I do think, it kind of almost gave me Four of Cups type of energy, right? Where he's sitting at the trunk of that tree. A lot of times that can come through as somebody who's, in a little bit of a rut. Fire going out, it was giving me that type of energy. Where some of you, it's like I keep trying and then it goes out, or I keep trying and then it just kind of feels like some of you have been in a 1 step forward, 2 steps back type of energy. And that's been very, very frustrating with you. So right off the bat, I saw some lines cross and then they connected. It almost feels like maybe that trunk is representing like a foundation being laid for almost like a domino effect. I'm not sure, I wish you guys could see these. It's almost like of course they're going to go this way in this direction. Somebody here could be moving west, or west direction could be significant for someone here. But yeah, it's almost like these stairs kind of build. I wish I could show you what I'm talking about here. It's sort of I feel momentum for you all. I feel a climb happening here. There's this domino effect of expansion taking place, and I feel like the foundation for that is being laid within this 7-day time frame. You're getting Gemini energy here, as well as Scorpio and Virgo. I feel like big decisions are being made, and a lot of you're making them in silence. I feel like you're really setting yourself up for success despite being exhausted with trying to get this done. Some of you might have one of these signs coming through. Some of you are Pisces, but there were 2 streams here, and they were side by side. They didn't really connect, but they stayed close and they stayed in rhythm. And I didn't see them connect, but they were side by side. And again, they stayed close to one another. There they are again, and stayed in rhythm. I really feel like for a lot of you, this is something that's not quite here yet, but it is on its way. It's not established, but it's coming. The letter J could be significant, as well as the letter R or the letter T, okay? So that could be initials. I want you all to keep in mind this might be, a company. This could be a person. It could be a place, like a state or something of that nature. We got Libra energy here. Some of you, there might be something being settled, maybe some justice coming in that 7-day time frame. But we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot. I'm going to start with Millennial Tarot, and then we are going to get into, I believe this is Universal Rider-Waite-Smith deck that I'm going to clarify with. But this is for the next 7 days for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. What do we have coming through here? Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I love that card. I love that card. Okay. That's interesting. Your only major arcana out here is the Magician. I'm telling you, I feel like manifestations are coming to life. And yeah, a lot of you, maybe you have been on edge. 9 of Wands is your overall energy. Somebody here could have their moon or rising in Sagittarius. But when it comes to this energy, a lot of you have been trying to wrap something up. The Fool is right here. I feel like this is major life changes coming through for you. I'm telling you what. Some of you might have an Aquarius coming towards you. Somebody's definitely been watching. You can see this person like leaned in on the computer. I feel like somebody has really been taking a lot of time studying you. But, you know, when it comes to this here, with the 9 of Wands being present as your overall energy, it does feel like a lot of you have felt like something is never going to happen, whether it be love, whether it be you know, owning a home or moving to a specific place that you want to move to. You know, a lot of you maybe have been in this energy of wondering if that's ever going to happen. And it's kind of put you on edge trying to figure out how, you know, what blockages are there, right? You have the 10 of Wands showing up here as your very first card. It says burnout. It says burnt out. So yeah, when it comes to this energy here, I do feel like a lot of you, it's like I said before, you're in a space where you're tired of trying. I do wonder if there's like a fiery energy. You know, maybe you have a lot of fire in your chart, or maybe this could be the next fire season that we come up on, that something might start to really shift. Maybe part of that domino effect takes place here. But I feel like this is where it's starting. You know, it really feels like in the next 7 days, the foundation is being laid for something big that you have been putting in work on. You know, the Magician is showing up here. So some of you could work in tech, but you don't necessarily have to. But the Magician is a card of manifestation, law of attraction. This is the things that you've called out for to the universe coming to life. Some of you have that tech visionary card, and then you have the 4 of Wands. And here in this deck in particular, it says went viral. So I wonder if for some of you, maybe you are trying to grow on socials, whether this be YouTube, you know, Instagram, whatever the case may be, Facebook, I don't know. I don't know how, TikTok, whatever, right? But when it comes to this energy here, some of you, there could definitely be growth here. But 4 of Wands overall, it can represent the home, you know, and I feel strongly that for a lot of you, that's a big part of this journey here, you know, is trying to stabilize something when it comes to your living space, your residence. Maybe you don't feel in alignment with where you are. Queen of Pentacles, honestly, she is a very domestic queen. Maybe you'll end up working from home, but I really feel like the home and work are connected here. And it's like I said, there's this domino effect happening. So maybe you get a new job and it leads to, you know, you being able to afford a new place, or vice versa. Maybe you move somewhere and you have to get a new job, right, in that area. So yeah, I feel like these changes kind of go hand in hand. So it feels like 2 big life changes being set up for you in this next 7-day period. Now, what happens first? I'm not really sure, to be honest, but some of you, this could simply be in the next 7 days, there's a phone call, hey, you got the job, right? Or there's a phone call, hey, you got the place. Wow. And you know what? I think that for a small portion of you, this could have to do with friendship, your soul family as well. You know, not feeling like you're in a place where you're aligning with folks who are like-minded. And yeah, people don't have to think exactly like you, Cancerian, but at the end of the day, you might be feeling like you're surrounded by people who are just too different, right? And you have this Knight of Cups here. It says ally. I love this card. I love the imagery here. It just shows so much support. You know, some of you, this could be a Pisces, but underneath it, we have the 2 of Cups. It says engagement photos in the card, but really, Cancerian, I'm just feeling a strong connection. That's what the 2 of Cups represents after all. So honestly, it's again, it's like this domino effect. I'm telling you, whether it be a move or a job that comes first, the other comes second, and then it feels like love is right there following it. So it really feels like things falling into place for you. 3 big life changes, the foundation being laid for these over the next 7 days. You have the Ace of Pentacles showing up. See, and again, this is so interesting to me because we're just not getting a clear answer as to what comes first, because the Ace of Pentacles can be a job offer, but then we see this doorway down here. So this could represent you stepping into a new place, into literally going through a new door, right? So that's very interesting to me because, again, it's looking like we don't know what comes first. So it's definitely going to be different for all of you, obviously. Some of you, this could be an offer of commitment from a water or earth sign, or maybe you spark up a connection with someone here and then it leads to a move, right? But this energy just really feels like things falling into place, like 3 big life changes here for you. The Chariot. Some of you, maybe this has to do, for a small portion of you, with, you know, purchasing your dream vehicle. The Chariot sometimes does come through as a vehicle, but this is also your energy. It's your card, Cancerian. So it could also be you just sliding into that driver's seat, you know. It is movement. So it could quite literally represent a move. We have the 2 of Cups energy showing up here again. This is why, listen, you guys, when I said that there was this energy of You know, some of you, this might represent soul family, like a friend circle that you're looking for here, or it could represent love. This is coming through twice because I feel like it's representing both friendship and love. And yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, whoever it is that you align with, it might actually just start out as a friendship. It could definitely be a fellow water sign, or possibly somebody who has Venus in Cancerian, or Venus in Aries. You do have a Venus in Aries card here. You also got Capricorn, Virgo energy, Gemini, Pisces, but yeah, Capricorn, yeah, Cancerian. I love to see this for you. All the cardinal signs should be posted by the time you see this. So if you have Libra, Aries, or Capricorn in your chart and you want to check those out, feel free to do so. There will also be a general up at this time as well. So if you're interested in viewing that, that'll be posted. But then mutables will come next along with the general, and then fixed will come after that along with the general. So be on the lookout. You could also get a personal if you're interested. Details are down below. But if this is where we part, Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Y'all take care. Bye.